Will you look back when you're old and gray and think those dumb kids had a lot to say when we were trying to make this night one you'd remember? I don't care if my wheels don't turn, I don't care if my pipe don't burn, as long as I am flowing through your veins after I'm gone away.
Thursday night, and you know what that means.
And I don't want to bring it down a bit. I just Loops Lap Bar's here. We're going to be trying some Australian candy, and we got a few things that I left out from last week, some British stuff. But I kind of wanted to mention this last week. I don't want to bring the show down, but I'm just going to mention it quickly. I think there's a guy called Stephen Vigg who passed away recently.
He was on our.
He's been on episode 6. If you go all the way back to episode 6, he came on with Thought Park Mania. But I didn't want to mention it last week in case it was a bit disrespectful to it. But I talked to his friends and they said it's all right. So we'll send out wishes for that. If anyone wants to talk about that who knew him in the comments, I didn't want to down the episode with something sad, but I wanted to mention it because it's been on the show.
We're there for family and friends if there was anyone to talk to. But obviously our thoughts are with you as well. So yeah.
So I thought, do you want to introduce these? I thought we didn't put them on last week because we didn't really have enough time and we had so much stuff with the limited edition candy last week. But we got a couple of drinks we didn't do last week. So before we do all the Australian stuff and the Kiwi stuff, do you want to explain what we've got here?
We have a fizzy drink, and I don't know if anyone remembers the candy bars called Wham, where it was like a bright pink bar that had like little fizzy bits in, and it was just amazing. So we're gonna try and give that a try, but it's in a drink form. So
and we've got one other drink, and then we'll get on to the Australian stuff.
Yeah, it is really sad.
But so I don't know how many people on our audience know. I mean, it's quite well known. The one thing I remember about Stephen is it sounds really weird because he was into his DJing and he did other stuff, and he wore like snapback cap a lot, but he always was very well spoken, and his vocabulary, it was almost like he was I don't mean it in an insulting way, but you know, it stands out when someone is really polite and really well spoken vocabulary, and he always was. He
was always smiling and always happy, and just whenever he fell over or got scared, he was always just like laughing at himself as well.
And he also,
he's just got a great sense of humor.
I think Peach mentioned it when he was on. When they were on episode 6, memories. There was one time where there wasn't enough space in Peach's car to go to Ponce Park. So Stephen Vigg got in the boot and actually fell asleep while he was trying to get to Ponce Park. And that's a story I wasn't there, but I remember the story. But let's get on with this first because we've got Australian stuff to go.
Have any of you guys got snacks tonight? Any in particular?
This is just going to be raspberry aid, isn't it? Do you want to try some of that? I've got another glass.
That is a nice colour, actually. It looks a bit like wine.
Has it got a snazzy bouquet?
A snazzy bouquet. Ooh.
I've not heard about Chessington. I mean, we could talk about other stuff tonight. There's not as many snacks as last week, but I heard about. I didn't get the photos in time. I heard about Skegness, and that wasn't that bad. I've not heard about. I've not heard about Chessington. If anyone wants to tell me about Chessington, because I'm not going to look on my phone right now.
I thought this would be more of a fizzier drink, but actually it just tastes more like a cordial, I think. No? Do you not like it?
It definitely tastes like it's sour. It's not fizzy, but it's got the sourness.
That's not sour. That's not sour.
The end taste on that.
That's not sour.
It's sour. And we have got one more. Before we get onto Australian stuff, which is the hook, there's this body fuel, which is I can't remember his name. It's Paddy something, and he does UFC, and he's like reality TV show and stuff like that. He did his own version of Prime called Body Fuel, and he did a drumstick flavour, which is pineapple and raspberry, I believe, electrolyte drink. So I'm going to try that. We're going to try that, and then we'll get onto all this Australian stuff.
Oh my gosh, is that what it was? Loops and Lap Bars.
Jesus.
No snacks here, but probably end up going out after.
Well, I've got to remember to bring some orange Turkish Delight for Laura next time we see the Joneses. But do you want to try some of this?
Oh, I'm drinking all this up. 1 second.
I want to get this out of the way because people came to see Australia today. I should try and do a South African snacks one time because
people keen to see Australia.
I'm like quarter South African. I'll probably never drink that again in my life.
So Mike doesn't like it, but I'm quite happy to drink it. It's not that sour. It's not sour. It's raspberry.
Oh, popped. Oh, that's coming out quick. There you go. My God, that smells like drumsticks. That looks like vodka, doesn't it?
I'm thinking this is not a great show here. We're actually using.
Oh God, that's awful. Right, we've clarified. Oh, did you want that much?
Well,
it doesn't taste nice considering it's meant to be drunk like.
Oh gosh, it does. Oh my
smells
gosh,
like
it
drumstick.
smells like it.
Does it taste like it?
Oh, I don't know. I'll just happily sit here and sniff it. To be fair.
But now we're going to get onto the Australian stuff in a bit.
Oh.
What do you think about that?
I've not tried it yet.
I can't believe you poured that much out. I don't think it tastes nice, but that means you probably like it.
It literally is someone that had put a drumstick in water and just let it swill it round
it's not
in
fizzy,
the water.
is it?
No, it's not. But did it say it was like vitamins and stuff?
It's electrolyte drink. Sure. It's body fuel, which is a off-brand prime that another celebrity had quotation marks.
I wouldn't say I drink that all the time, but that's actually quite nice.
It's not the kind of drink I pick up and go, that's got to quench my thirst.
It's another one that Mike's like, no.
There's a reason they might be limited edition. Well, I got this off Amazon. I don't really want to give them a shout out because, well, they still got paid. I got it for free because I don't know if it's still up right now, but I'll mention it in case it is. Amazon got in touch with me and said, if you use the app for a purchase over £30, you can get 15 quid off. And I wanted to buy a powerful set of torches, which I will review in the very near future. So I look forward to that. But I essentially had to get up to 30 quid still. So I've essentially got these for free in a box. If anyone wants, I'll put it in the description after the live. I've not put it in the description, but I didn't really want to give them a shout out because I didn't get anything for free. In case I say it's all amazing, which I might do. I'm trying to figure out at this point. Do we start with the three that I put in the thumbnail?
Yes.
People, and also, is the peppermint gonna just flavour out everything?
I would love to do that one last, along with the cherry ripe one.
See, I want to save that till last because it's nice. I don't think I'm gonna like that.
We'll save those three till last. I think that's what we're gonna do.
Okay, let's give everyone what they know. This is a blast from the past because anyone who doesn't know, you can get a lot of Australian Cadbury candy in B&M, certain ones, but it's not dependent on size. It's just dependent on if they bother to get it in. I know some stores that do it at B&M and some that don't. But you remember this. It looks slightly different back then. But in Australia, they still have Cadbury Dream, which they got rid of here quite a while ago, like 15, 20 years ago. But this is like really thick. I don't remember it being that thick.
No,
it's white chocolate, essentially.
Yeah. Wow, that is... Oh. How about I open the end and you can see how chunky it is.
It's chunkier than it was when it was in this country.
Like the size of that. We have a big dream.
So some of these might be... I'm pretty sure the Cadbury stuff will all be Australian, but...
I'm going to try a block each, but I have a feeling...
It's just going to be white chocolate, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I thought I'd start with that because I think I know what it is going to be. Also, we've got some biscuits as well later on. There's not much flavour to that.
I'm not a fan of white chocolate.
But
so you can have that one.
There's not much flavour to that.
Because I knew that I wouldn't like it.
I don't really remember what I remember about this. I remember it was in... Well, they're called Miniature Heroes back then. Cadbury's Heroes. They got rid of it because it was too expensive to put in.
Yes.
Which they eventually did with Crunchy as well.
Yeah.
What would you give that out of 10?
See, the problem is with me is I'm not a fan of white chocolate.
Imagine you'd never tasted white chocolate and this was some, like... I'll give that a solid... Actually, it's all right. It leaves a nice after... It doesn't taste of anything when you're eating it. When it's gone, it's like an aftertaste there.
It is solid chocolate.
It's one of the nicer white chocolates I've had.
It is literally solid chocolate. It's not like bubbled or anything like Aero. There's nothing really in the middle of it, to be honest.
I'd give that...
other than just solid chocolate.
I'll probably give that a 6 out of 10.
No.
What I find, and I think I've asked this before, what did you give it?
I wouldn't even give it that.
What would you give
it? A 3.
3. It's because you don't like white chocolate though, isn't it?
That's the problem. I can't.
Do you find when you mark stuff out of 10, you ask someone what is out of 10, I'm going off tangent, but it's like essentially no one ever goes under 5 unless they anything under 5 they really hate it. It seems. I think it seems like 5 and 6 is bad, 7 and 8 is average, 9 is very good, and 10's perfect. Like it's not actually 5 and 6 should be average score, but when everyone said it's like 7 and 8 is average, and then if it's good, it's 9 or 10 out of 10. Do you not find that when people rate stuff? No. If people give something a 5 or a 6 out of 10, it's because they really don't like it normally. No. That's what I find with a lot of stuff. I mean, with anything, not just food. Yeah, it's just solid. It's just like it was.
Yeah.
Does anyone remember when it was here? I feel old now. But a lot of this is Cadbury, actually.
Let's go on to the next one. There is another Cadbury one there.
There's quite a few Cadbury ones.
Oh, what's that one?
This one
I'm quite curious
Dairy
about.
Milk Slices Lamington. It is dairy milk chocolate with raspberry jam flavour pieces, vanilla cake flavoured pieces, and coconut. I don't know why they put coconut in there, but that's what it is. I don't know if it'll focus what it says.
Is Lamington the cake? I'm not very.
I don't know. It's got jam flavour pieces.
I have to Google
raspberry jam flavour pieces, vanilla cake flavour pieces, and coconut. But the coconut isn't coconut flavoured pieces. I really want to know if Lamington is it's a special edition.
We are here. I love to explore, and I need to explore.
It's a special edition.
Lamington.
If it focuses, there we go. All special edition today.
It's an Australian cake made from squares of butter cake or sponge cake, coated in an outer layer of chocolate sauce and rolled in desiccated coconut. The thin mixture is absorbed into the outside of the sponge cake and left to set, giving the cake a distinctive texture.
I've not tried Lamington.
Wow! A common variation has a layer of cream or strawberry jam between the two Lamington halves. So it's basically like not coconut cake, but coconut on the outside of the cake sponge.
To me, that tastes a bit like Rocky Road.
That sounds really cool. I want to give this a try.
What's everyone doing for the bank holiday? 5-word weekend. Let's get that up.
A little bit on the crunchy side, but that is nice. To me, that does taste like the way they described it with the Lamington cake as well. I've learned something new there. Never knew that Lamington was an actual cake.
For anyone who wants a visual representation of Lamington cake, it's a square sponge covered in chocolate and then coconut pieces.
I'm just like,
I don't know if they're going to be able
you can find it on Wikipedia or whatever, but if I turn the brightness down. That's the first one I thought. When it's cut open, it looks like that. It does look quite bright, but hey ho. But if you find it on Wikipedia anyway. But that's quite interesting. I like that.
Oh, Dave's going to Southport.
I'd give that an 8. That's something I'd quite happily sit and eat. Hello, hope you well.
We're going to try these. Wow. These are the
Bolton's on Saturday. Arcade Club in Leeds on Sunday. Cool, Loops and Light Bars.
Is that?
Ah, Tracy, by the way, I absolutely
is that the National Video Game
colour.
Museum? We got these. Amazing. These are kind of well known for being Australian, and I actually picked these up out of Tesco. Tim Tam, but I've never tried them, so there is no substitute. Does it focus on that? I don't know.
Is that the one we're trying next, or is this something else? Okay.
It says in the corner anyway. There is no substitute. It looks like square penguins.
Do you know what I thought it looked like?
What's that?
Hornbill.
Oh, these look. They are literally penguins, aren't they? Look at that. Look at that. Straight out of the packet. You don't want penguins in wrappers individually. It's sorted. They've done it in Australia. If I lived in the future, should I try one of those?
Well, so sharing is caring, I suppose. They are.
Thank you. They're just going to be penguins, aren't they? Mm-hmm. I used to think they were called penguins because the top looks like the ocean.
The biscuit.
But that's just how the chocolate sets on any biscuit.
The biscuit's not like Fox's biscuits, where it's like a bit moisture in it, but it's a bit of a dry chocolate biscuit with a bit of the.
That's penguin.
Yeah.
That is a penguin. They might just agree with me over down under, but that is a penguin.
Honestly, I wish I could have my hair in that many different colours too. I'm so jealous. Oh, and you go in Legoland as well. Cool. I hope it's not too busy for you on the weekend. Or are you going during the weekday? Don't you have nothing you've got other than DIY?
By the way, no one was thinking that till he actually said that himself. But what would you give the Lamington out of 10? Sorry, I forgot to ask you.
I said 8.
8.
I already said 8.
I'll give that a 6 as well. I'll give the Tim Tams actually taste nice. And now they've gone. The flavour's like, I could eat another one of those. I think I'd give that a 7.
Do you know it'd be really nice? You could have it like dip it in milk. Oh, that's a good shout out.
But you know what? Milk. People were saying that's not good enough in Australia. We need to have a chewy caramel flavour. They never put caramel in penguins, did they? They had caramel flavour, but they actually put actual caramel in. No. These could be quite decent.
I don't know why I'm thinking Rocky.
So what?
They did Rocky, didn't they?
You gave Lamington 8. Yeah. What did you give the original Tim Tams?
Tim Tams. I'd say a 6.
So Lamington's your favourite so far? Mm-hmm. And Tim Tams probably my favourite so far. I gave it a 7. Gave the other 2 a 6.
You don't have any Milk Days Adventures? Do you drink a different kind of milk, or do you drink like soya or oat milk? Because even then, I
don't know what they do with these in the packing process, but there's a perfect corner missing of all the biscuits, like how the chocolate's set. Do you want to take one and I'll eat the other half? I'm not eating the whole one. I'm not eating a whole Tim Tam. I'm not silly.
Good job. I'm going to vacuum the floor later. There we go.
Oh, it's got like chewy caramel inside. They should do this with penguins. I'm going to write to them and go, look, I once wrote to Penguin and they got a joke changed. If anyone wants to know about that, get in touch with me, because it's probably not interesting enough for the show, but I did actually, that's my claim to fame. But
I thought the caramel would be like
liquid.
But it's actually quite hard caramel.
It's quite chewy.
But it is really nice, actually.
You don't usually like caramel, do you?
I do like caramel, but I only have it because of the sugar content, I only have it if I'm really, really run down. Otherwise, I just get hyper and a bit bonkers. Yes, I do. A bit bonkers.
First time ever, Dave? Is that a first time ever? Is that the first time ever?
Wow. Make sure you bring some change with you, because there's a lot of penny mangles. Just saying.
If you do penny mangles, yeah.
If you do penny mangles. I think I ended up with about 12 of them. There's probably more than that now, but...
Oh, we have semi-skimmed, or we have skimmed. We have the, it's called Bob, isn't it? It's best of both. Mm-hmm. So you can get the skim that tastes like semi, or the semi that tastes like full fat.
Oh. Make sure you do Flight of the Skyline. That is one that we need to go and do, actually. We've not actually done it yet.
What would you give the Tim Tam chewy caramel?
I'd give that one a 7.
I'd give that a 7 as well. That's tied.
Oh, we both agreed on one. I think this is the thing when we do these shows. We kind of work out which one we actually agree on.
Do you want to tell a little story about, because you've actually tried these. These aren't just in Australia.
I think my great auntie that lived in Australia, she used to give us like...
Oh, so they were from Australia.
But yeah, she used to give us boxes of sweets, Australian sweets as well. And this just took me back to my childhood, because I'm sure
it's like the size of a Freddo. It's a caramello.
Caramello koala.
No, it's not going to focus, but it looks good when it's focused. But I want to see the memories come flooding back, because you saw it when I ordered it. Yeah. You were like, oh, I had that when I was a kid.
And I remember we had some other candy with like and sweets with the things on as well. But here you go.
Oh, that's quite cool. It looks like the koala. That's the mascot for Dreamworld.
I don't know if it can... Oh, there we go. Is it focusing?
I'm trying to get out the shot, so maybe it'll focus.
Yeah. Is it working, guys? I can't tell.
No, it's not. Oh, they get the idea. It's a koala.
I'm going to eat the feed.
I just want to say that Coasting with the Joneses, when it gets the sponsorship from Nissan, it is going to be Flight of the Skyline. But Hunchback's Roller Coaster.
Gooey caramel.
That is just Freddo, isn't it? And the ship of koala. Oh, look at him smiling. He's about to die. Right. Yeah, it's right. It's a Freddo
with caramel.
You can get caramel Freddo.
Yeah.
So it's a Freddo. I'll give that. It's quite nice, isn't it?
That is nice.
I'll give that an 8. That's my top score so far.
I'd give that one an 8. And it's a nice little treat because it's still like a little 15
Did
milligram
it taste
one.
how you remember?
Yeah.
Cheeky koala on the front. Has anyone... I don't think anyone at home would have tried these like last week when we were like... Now we've got another thing that people will recognise, but it's a bit different. We've got a Freddo, but it is a strawberry Freddo. Will it focus? No, it doesn't want to focus. There we go. Strawberry Freddo. I'm guessing it will be solid chocolate inside. It might be a caramel centre. Shall we go take a look?
I'll let you have a try first because you can have most of it. I think the Freddo's face is a bit weird though.
Yeah, it's just solid chocolate.
Oh, it's solid.
Mm.
Oh, the strawberry's solid.
I would have... No, it's strawberry flavoured chocolate.
Oh.
So it's just solid chocolate. I'm sure it is.
No, it's pink in the middle.
There's not much of it. Do you want to show them?
Fact,
There's a very small bit of fondant in there.
Of pink at the top, but not much.
It tastes a bit like...
I'll let you have the rest though.
It tastes a bit like Quality Street, you know, the strawberry ones.
Oh, the ones with the dark chocolate.
Yeah, just like a milk chocolate version.
Yeah, milk chocolate version. I was going to say, like, it just tastes a bit more milky, and I was like, oh, yeah, it is.
Strawberry Freddo. I'll give that 7.
I'd say 4.
Oh, really?
I'm not a...
Would that be less than Dream?
I think it's just because it's strawberry.
What did you give Dream? Was that like a...
Dream was a 2 or 3, I think.
Okay, so Dream was at the bottom. What were your childhood treats you had as a kid? Oh, Dave was Strawberry Cake. So yeah, well, we're kind of halfway through here. Did anyone see? I didn't get a chance to get photos in time, but I can't remember what the ride's called. It's the same kind of ride as Funk and Fly was, but it kind of stopped at Skegness, and then the news were like, "Look, it stopped in the air and it's dangerous." Oh, I tell you what, I couldn't find any this time, but the certain B&M I go to, because some do the Australian Cadbury stuff and the Australian other candy, but some don't. And sometimes it doesn't matter how big the B&M is. Sometimes it's a small one, but there's a big B&M I go to about a couple of towns away from us, and I've not had it for a while. I can't remember what it was called, but it's a banana chew covered in milk chocolate, and it just tastes so good. And I reckon Coaster with the Joneses would like that. But I think banana is one of the best things that works with chocolate because it's such a creamy fruit already. But
see, anything mixed with banana just creeps me out of it.
Palm oil free. This next one is palm oil free. I'm going to cover what it is, but what does it say? Does it say it there? Palm oil free. Yeah. It is. Do you want to tell them what it is?
It says Fabulicious Sherbet Fizz Raspberry.
Sebs too.
So I'm going to let you try that first.
Well,
because
if you feel it, what do you think it's going to be?
I thought it'd be fizzy.
What does that feel like?
I don't know.
Licorice.
Oh yeah.
Feels like 2 sticks of licorice in there. So.
But I'm like, if it's
like
fizzy, let me if it's like popping candy, let me know because.
Hang on.
I really don't like popping candy.
So you got 2 in there.
Oh.
It looks just like generic. You know, you got the white stuff inside.
You'll have to let me know if it fizzes. It just makes me go a bit. I'm weird.
It's not popping candy, but it's like sherbet in the middle. That white stuff, it's got flavour to it. It's not like the normal ones you get.
So instead of the strawberry
like theme parks where it's just normal.
So instead of strawberry ones, they're just raspberry.
Yeah, but it's actually got the white stuff. Is like fizzy, like not popping candy, but it's actually fizzy flavour to it. It's not too strong. That's quite nice. Because usually when I see those at theme parks, there's no flavour to that sugar bit in the middle, but it's kind of got some fizziness to it.
How do they do that? How do they do that?
It might have been at Bottom's Pleasure Beach, yeah. They just said it was at Skegness. I think they wanted everyone to think it was Fantasy Island without saying it, so they weren't liable. But yeah, I think it was Bottom's. It's quite nice, isn't it?
I actually really like that.
Yeah, if you can get your hands on that. It's just raspberry licorice filled with sherbet. I'm going to save the last one for you because you like it.
How did they do it?
That's really nice, actually. Because it's actually fizzy inside, but it's not overpowering. And it's not sour. It's It's literally like sherbet, but it's not. It's more than slight. There's enough there to enjoy it. It's like the perfect amount. I'll give that a 9. That's my favourite soup. That's really good. I wasn't expecting. That's. I don't know if it's made by KIWI. They've made it look like that.
That's great for when you're out and about and you just need a bit of a.
We're saying that. I don't even know if you can purchase this on a regular basis. I mean, we got it from Amazon, but.
That is actually. Oh my gosh! I'm actually going to eat the rest.
Yeah, I'll save the other one for you if you want. Yeah, the popping candy one I have on that. That reminds me of it. It's almost like that should say Wonka on it.
Like,
it looks like the old Wonka chocolate you used to be able to get with a different. Yeah, it's on. There is a clip on YouTube Shorts someone's done of that ride stopping as well, and it's kind of abrupt. You can tell it's abrupt because I think he catches it after he realizes the ride's stopping because it's going slow, but the things are swinging. But as far as when, no one got hurt.
That's so good.
I'll give that. What did I say? A 9 out of 10.
9. I would.
That's probably my favourite so far.
I do like my fruit as
well. It's not one of those things I'd say is amazing, but then when you have it, you're like, actually, that does the job. Do you know? It's really weird. I don't want to overplay it, but that was really good.
I've noticed I like the ones with the fruit.
9 out of 10. Australia, New Zealand. I don't know which of these are from which really because it said not Australia, New Zealand candy. You missed it. We've just found what is probably going to be our favourite tonight. We've got 3 more to go, but Anti-Bliss Sherbet Fizz, which is for DeLorean. Good. It's raspberry licorice, but the stuff in the middle is actually like fizzy sherbet. It's not just normal sugar.
But it's not like an empowering amount of sherbet either. It feels like just the right amount that it should be.
And you have to watch it back to see the other stuff we tried, DeLorean. But since you'll probably remember these from when you were a kid. They still do dream bars in Australia, so we tried that amongst other things. We've got 3 left.
And they're the 3.
And then the 3 that were on the thumbnail. I kind of want to try the cherry one first because I don't think I'll like that as much.
Yeah.
I'm going to read out what it is. It says luscious. Cherries and coconut in old gold rich dark chocolate. What is old gold? We're going to find out. It's a cherry ripe. It's got coconut in it as well. It's by KIWI. It's by KIWI. It says it right there.
Cherry ripe.
I don't know what to think right now. It looks nice. It looks like the kind of thing you'd see on the shelf, and I don't know. It's just dark chocolate. I'm not a fan of dark chocolate. There we go. It's got racing stripes on it. Not a fan of dark chocolate.
Is it going to be a bit like? Oh gosh, that looks like meat. That looks like meat.
They put meat. It's a joke chocolate.
I'm sorry. That just looks like meat.
It's very dark red. I was expecting that.
That's like a fake steak. If you want to prank someone, put that on their plate.
I was expecting that to be a bit more crunchier. It's very soft. To me, it looks like coconut in the middle. Like
it genuinely looks like meat that's not cooked in the middle.
It's coconut, densely packed, but it's red because it's got some cherry in it. But it's mainly coconut. But I don't like dark chocolate, and that takes the edge off. So that's probably the best dark chocolate thing I've had because it takes the flavour of the dark chocolate away. You can smell the dark chocolate.
Yeah, but the dark chocolate makes it smell even more earthier.
I wasn't expecting it to be that soft. I don't mind it. At first I was a bit like, this is weird. And then you went, it looks like meat. But it's actually all right, I think.
Actually tastes like a flapjack.
It's got that consistency to it. Because it's really packed in.
But I can't taste any cherry.
No, it's very slight. It's more coconut than cherry, but
I'm going to say it is more.
I like that more than I thought I would. That's a 7, I reckon. That's a 7. It's not going to beat the Sherbet Fizz 9, but that's a 7.
Yeah, I got cleaner.
It's a bit brighter in real life, but yeah, it's very red. It's not pink, it's red.
The red in the middle, yeah. That's insane. It does look brown on your screens, but it's actually red.
It's quite nice, isn't it?
I'll let you have that.
No, it's just weird how they get different things in Australia. It's like I feel like America play it safe.
We're robbed of our food.
No, America plays it safe. They just have like sweet tasting stuff, and then you come over here and they're like, They don't like some of the different stuff we have in crisps and chocolate, right?
Hmm.
Because we have different flavors and not as much sugar. Then you go to Australia and they're like, let's put some peppermint cracknel in milk chocolate. And you're just like, you don't know how that's going to taste, but apparently it's popular over there.
What's cracknel?
That is like, from what I'm aware of, that's like cinder toffee. You know, when you have bonfire night. But it's just going to be a mint one covered in milk chocolate. That's going to be interesting. Yeah, I like that. That's 7. I'll give that 7, I reckon. I like that much more than I thought I would.
I'd give it a 4. I was expecting more cherry.
Oh yeah, it's because those countries are it's different cultures, but also it's like I mentioned it last week, I think, that Nestle have the rights to Kit Kat in this country, but then when you go abroad, Kit Kat's at Hershey Park because Hershey have the rights to sell it in America. It's really odd.
Yeah, they do have different ingredients as well.
I don't usually like dark chocolate.
Mike's in disbelief. I've never known you to like dark chocolate.
No, I don't.
Just go at it.
But that takes the because the smell of dark chocolate isn't bad. It's like I like the smell of coffee, but I can't stand it when I drink it.
Yeah.
It's like you smell the dark chocolate, but then you don't have to put up with the taste of it. I don't know which one we want to have. We've got 2 left. I kind of want to save the violet crumble till last.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the peppermint's going to overpower.
Well, let's go for the peppermint, and then we can always have a quick slurp of a drink.
I can't really make it out too well there, but it's got like grassy detail on it, and that's Nestle.
See that? Dave's Adventures. We were on about going there one day as well. Black Country Living Museum.
I'll have to get in touch with Dave and he can go with us.
Maybe I'll probably go there one day.
I remember one time I was on holiday in Spain and there was an advert on TV and it's still in English. He's saying it's party time all the time with Nestle. So whenever you see Nestle, everyone should say that from now on. Peppermint crisp. If cracknel is what I think it is, I'm expecting this to be really odd. Definitely from New Zealand. I watched The Tribe. I like New Zealand. Anyone watch The Tribe? It's a great show.
Oh, The Tribe.
That's really light milk chocolate. You probably can't tell there.
Sorry. Oh, yeah, that crunch.
That is the weirdest thing. That is very minty. That is
very
green mint.
That is oogie boogie looking.
Mint cinder toffee covered in milk chocolate, but the milk chocolate takes the edge off. Man, that's minty. It tastes like...
There's a party in your mouth.
No, mint Aero is quite strong. It tastes like mint Aero, but it's different texture. But the taste of the mint reminds me of mint Aero.
Oh, no.
I quite like that. I thought that was a bit experimental, but I quite like it. No. It's too minty.
It's the texture. I don't like the texture.
That looks like one of those rocks you find in a museum with the different colours in it, but it's all green. I quite like that.
I feel like I've bitten through a gemstone.
It's like eating glass.
I think
that's what it feels like. No. What I imagine. Apart from it's not sharp.
For me, it's a texture thing. No, it's just no. For me, it tastes like eating cotton wool. Maybe that's just my weird sensory thing.
Earlier on, we tried some Tim Tams, and we've got some caramel ones we tried. They're essentially penguins. So if you go back and watch at some point, DeLorean, that's actually quite nice.
I'm quite disappointed by that because I really love mint, and I really love mint Aero.
You should get in touch with Nestle.
But I can't. No, I can't go past that. But I really love mint Aero, and that's just no. Oh.
Did you like the taste? Putting the texture aside for a minute, because you like the
taste is the exact same as a mint Aero, but the texture, no, thank you.
But it's not rock hard.
That has just sent my.
It's like soft cracknel. It's almost like, it's not gone off, but when rock goes off and it's soft.
Yeah, and I think that's what I don't like about it. That's what I don't like about it. Or like a gone off boiled sweet.
Do you reckon this is what it's like to...
But to me, it tastes like putting cotton wool in your mouth.
You know that sugar glass you get where you can smash it over someone's head in the movie?
Yeah.
I reckon that's the texture it has if you bite through it. That's really nice. I like that. I wasn't expecting to like it. I thought, what the hell have you done?
I like that. After Eight's penguin bar.
That's really good. I mean, it doesn't show up on camera well enough here, but it's quite dark green. The milk chocolate, I didn't expect to like that. Just like cherry ripe.
In terms of my favourite bar, because they were just given to me and they were quite cheap, there was always wagon wheels. not the jam ones, the original wagon wheels. But yeah, I always liked a wagon wheel, no matter what you do.
Favorite chocolate bar?
Wagon wheel.
I don't know. I just always had something different to last time.
You always change yours though.
I probably have got a favourite. I just haven't stopped and thought about it. Orange 12 was good last week. Yeah, I know, so that day. I would give that an 8. It's not quite as good as the fizz, but if you ever get that's nice. That's nicer than I thought it would be. I was walking into that like, what have they done on the other side of the world?
That's just funny how you were like, no, and then you're like,
how did they come up with that idea to go, we're going to get Cracknell, right? Cinder toffee. Make it green and very strong mint. Cover it in milk chocolate, guys. And now we're going to... Like, there must have been the first time they did that. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall for that. I do like dime bars, but they stick to your teeth, don't they?
I like dime bars. They are literally the ultimate childhood gift. Although Milky Way was another one. Would you technically call that a... Milky Way I'd like as a kid as well. They're the two. Milky Ways and wagon wheels.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
The red car and the blue car had a race.
I'll tell you what. Just seen that. No word of a lie. I love that. That is brilliant. That was it wasn't as good as the fizz, but the fizz isn't something I'd have every day. I can have one of those a day. If you get the chance to try a peppermint crisp, try it. But because Darcy said she likes flake. Snowflake was my favourite till they discontinued it. Which, for anyone who never tried it, it was a white flake covered in milk chocolate.
Wow. I never tried it.
Maybe they sell them in Australia. See, I don't think you're going to like this. It's the last one. This is Australia's, by the way.
Violet crumble.
I get the impression this is going to be like a Parma violet flavour crunchy.
And it's gluten-free. That's quite good to know. Gluten-free.
Helping to save the orangutan's habitat. I don't know if you can see that.
With palm oil again. No palm oil.
I don't know if I can show it. It's not going to focus, is it?
Orangutan.
It's got a little orangutan there. I don't know if it's going to focus. No, it's not. There you go. Save those cheeky orangutans. That's a big bar, though, isn't it? It's the way it's shot. This is the last one, so I'm going to milk this for as well.
I eat every day, so this sounds yummy.
I tried to explain Palmer Violets to some Americans on someone else's show, and it was very weird because we tried our Harry Potter Every Flavour beans, which the Joneses got us, so support the Joneses. But we tried it on their show, and we tried all the different flavours. They were all bad flavours. And then we had the soap one, and I had to explain that was my favourite of them all because it tastes like Palmer Violet. What's that? Well, bear with me. It's a sweet we have in the UK that tastes like a flower, but it actually tastes... And I'm trying to explain that to these Americans. We're like, yeah, but it tastes good. So shall we try this? This is a decent bar. If this costs the same as the others in Australia, then, you know. But I think it's just going to be a violet flavoured crunchy, and I know you don't like crunchy. It's a big bar, though. Like, that's a big chocolate bar.
I think I'm going to pass on that one, I think, because I really don't. Oh, mind you, I could be wrong. Give me a bit of a try.
It's very chewy.
Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, do you like nougat?
I don't know now. It looks like it is honeycomb. It's very chewy, though. It might be the violet stuff that's in it making it do that. It's like honeycomb in the middle, but... No, I didn't think you'd like it anyway. You're right. Do you want a cola?
No, I'm alright. No.
I can't tell. I'm going to be honest here. I've not mentioned who I bought this from, so I can say what I want.
Oh, no.
That is just like a crunchy.
It is. It literally is a crunchy.
It's soft. Now, I don't know if it's meant to be soft. Because it says crumble on it, right? It's kind of crunchy in the middle.
I'm sorry.
But it's kind of soft as well and chewy.
I just don't like... I don't like those textures. I'm a bit of a weird person when it comes to things like that. I don't like the textures. The ones you really love are the ones that I really hate.
It's like crunchy in the middle, but like either side of it in that honeycomb bit, it's sort of chewy. Now, I don't know if that's because it's been kept at a weird temperature. It's definitely in date. But as it is now, if this is the way it's meant to be intended, It's a lot chewier than I thought it would be. But
Yeah.
the middle of the honeycomb isn't. So I don't know if the honeycomb's not gone stale, but maybe even being kept at a bad temperature.
I don't mean to offend anyone, but to be personally, I don't like the texture of crunchies either. So it's another thing for me. It's just a no.
Because the further on I go, it's more crunchy.
That and meringues. I don't like eating meringues. It's just weird against my teeth. It's just, oh, no.
It's only slightly softer than the crunchy. I don't know if it's meant to be. The violet flavour isn't very powerful. I was meant to like that. I mean, it's decent.
Sorry.
Well, if you've eaten a crunchy, it's got a slight violet flavour to it, but it's really just...
No. To me, it's the same. It's just the same.
Yeah. I don't know. If someone told me, here's a crunchy, do you want one? I didn't see the packaging. I'd be hard pressed to tell you that tastes of violet. Because I know it's meant to, I kind of get it. Yeah, we've got another social coming up.
Yeah, we do. And it'll
Keen for creds. It's going to be good.
Keen for creds. And it's going to be... Are we allowed to say a date or day?
Yeah, we are allowed to say a date, but the tickets are done. So it's not like we can sell more tickets.
It's round about September.
So if anyone's not going and we tell them, I mean, if we see you in the park on the day, you can get in. Fair enough, but I can't sell any more tickets if that's what people want.
And we've got some more exciting adventures this weekend that we've booked as well, but obviously we'll reveal it all when we actually go and do the footage and everything. So yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's just a crunchy. I mean, I think the end was soft for unknown reasons, but...
There's one place where we're going this weekend that I've wanted to go since we moved here, and I was like, I so want to go see it, and hopefully we'll go see it Sunday, which is going to be amazing. Oh, it's okay. Hey, Trey, hope you well. When did you go to Milton Keynes, Dave's Adventures?
It's a good
Was that
thing.
not long ago?
It's a good thing Trey's turned up because I'm doing something on next week's show that he asked us to do a few weeks ago. That's what we're doing next week. But we've tried loads of different Australian candy.
Mm-hmm.
I'd give that like a 6. It's a decent chocolate bar. That violet crumble, yeah, violet crumble. But
that will go with a minus.
That's less than Dream.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just because of the texture, it can go in the bin.
So our favourite here was we both gave this. Did you give this a 9?
Yes, we both gave it
a
a
9.
And we both agreed that is.
But aside from that,
the awesomest one.
was your second place the Lamington?
Yeah.
Lamington.
I love that one.
Which, if anyone missed it, it's dairy milk.
Which I've noticed I have picked.
But it's got raspberry. Was it raspberry?
But I have noticed I have picked the ones with like mostly the fruit in.
Raspberry jam.
I've really
raspberry jam pieces, vanilla cake pieces, and coconut in it. Not coconut pieces, just coconut. In dairy milk, which we don't have over here, and it's called Lamington because it's Lamington cake, which they have over there. And my second place was peppermint crisp, which anyone who's had cinder toffee, it was very strong flavoured mint green cinder toffee covered in milk chocolate, and it felt like you were eating glass, but it was safe and it tasted good, so I liked it. That'll be on the advert. This is all right. I don't know why I'm still eating it. Really, you get a lot for whatever that cost. Like normally in Australia, for a chocolate bar, that was the biggest chocolate bar here by far.
It was coconut, Cadbury's, and raspberry, wasn't it?
Leave that. Coconut.
Edit this video.
Raspberry jam and a vanilla cake. So I'm trying to remember the one you're talking about. We've got a lot here.
I quite happily finished that one after my dinner, so yeah.
I'm gonna have the cherry ripe after dinner.
Yeah, cherry ripe.
Cherry ripe was another good one for anyone who just joined. It was dark chocolate, but as soon as you eat it, it's just coconut and a bit of cherry in it.
Is there any other bars that you remember from your childhood, or chocolate bars, or like snacks, or just treats that you used to love? Because I remember getting like, you know, the little raspberry ripple tubs, raspberry ripple mousse.
With the cardboard bit on the top.
Yeah, and I remember getting a load of them as well. Like we used to go to Farm Foods, and they'd have them in the freezer section. So I'd love just to make the journey just to go and get them. And I just thought they were like the nicest treat. That and Arctic roll was another one. An Angel Delight.
To be fair, the only one I've eaten all of is the peppermint crisp. But yeah, I expected to like the violet crumble much more than I did, and the opposite with the peppermint crisp. I like that much more than I thought I was going to. But yeah, 9 out of 10.
Well, bearing in mind, I'm eating these before dinner because it literally took me 5 minutes to change my worktop and just come and sit down here for the show. So that's why.
Oh.
But
you missed it at the start. You can go back and watch us try it. But we tried a couple that we forgot last week. One was Wham drink, because DeLorean's just mentioned Wham. And the other one, in case you're interested, we tried the drumstick body fuel. We tried that at the start of the show as well. So if they interest you. Rubble gum. I don't remember rubble gum. I remember the jelly sweets, with the blister packs.
The Walker's Crisp, the Worcester sauce ones, yeah.
Do they not still make those? The purple packet? Don't know.
I used to call them Worcester sauce all the time because I didn't know how to pronounce it.
We call it Worcester. Well, it can be called Worcestershire sauce, but I think the Americans call it Worcestershire. And we call it Worcester over here, don't we?
I don't know, but I called it Worcester for some time until I actually met someone saying you're saying it wrong.
Well, you were saying you were saying Levy Roots for years.
Yeah, Levy Roots. That's what I thought it was.
Oh, that's what it was. Something happened last week. I'm one of these people that's conspiracy theory maybe, but I'm sure our phones listen to us for advertising purposes. Mm-hmm. And after I've been on that show and talked about the Levi Roots energy drink that has a hint of chili, and I knew some people that had tried it and said it's more than a hint of chili and it's got bad reviews, I got an email from Amazon going, currently, would you like to buy Levi Roots?
Yeah.
It was specifically that item, nothing else. I was like, this is weird. It's definitely listened to me.
Cajun squirrel.
Oh, lovely bit of squirrel. Yeah.
Lovely bit of squirrel.
But next week, I'll let the people here actually decide quickly. Next week, or the next 2 weeks, because Trey asked for it a while ago when we did the best ones, I was going to do one of two things. I was either going to do top 10 worst games each, or next week I was going to do 5 worst games that we thought we'd like, and then the next episode do top 5 worst. I'm either going to do that, or if people would prefer, I'll do a top 10 worst, and the first 5 will be next week and the 5 after. But
I think you should do your top 10 worst, because
I don't know if it'd be more interesting doing 5 games, my 5 worst games that I thought I'd like.
Yeah,
rather than just doing my top 10 worst.
But you've played a lot more games.
Oh no, we'll both do it.
Me on that one, so you probably have a lot.
See, would you rather see top 10 worst, which would be split over 2 weeks, or would you rather see top 5 worst games I thought I'd like, and then my top 5 worst games?
That is really cool to know, because I am more board games and card games than I would be.
I don't think so anymore. Games. I think you were before we bought a Switch.
I was before, like many years ago.
But it's like people would rather have top 10 worst over 2 weeks than the top 5 worst games I thought I'd like. Which means I'm not going to get to talk about Knuckles Chaotix, which is a shame. Oh, we've got something similar. 13 Dead End Drive. It's brilliant. Yes. You have to build. It's like a murderous version of Mousetrap, isn't it? Where you set up the whole board, and then you go around and you've got to kill people, and everyone's got cards, and there's like different characters, and you have like 3 or 4 cards. And when someone dies, if their face is on the portrait for the inheritance, you throw that away, and it's whoever manages to get the stuff and escape with the inheritance. It's brilliant. The traps on it are brilliant. You don't think they work, but they do.
It is good. Top 10 with top 5 in the middle.
He means the top 5 ones I thought I'd like. But that's probably what we're going to do next week. And I think I beat Trey to it. But if you want to buy a book, it's in the description.
Yeah.
I might find time to write a second one. I don't know. I say write. It's not literature, is it? But if people want to buy it, it's in the description. If you don't live in America or the UK, it will take you to your area's website if you click on one, I believe. Or it will ask you, do you want to go to your own? But I've put the America and the UK one in the description. Do you want to talk about your photo challenge?
Basically, it's just a photography challenge, and the prompt for this month is just black and white. So I will allow filters this time. And already I've had some amazing entries, and they've just been really, really cool. Honestly, it's so good to connect with people, and just a mini shout out for you lot as well. So if you tag me, if you put it in the stories and then tag me at Stacey_L2E, and then I will make sure I put it on my stories and just put like go follow as like a little shout out. It's up there also in my highlights as well. So if you look at the photography challenge on my highlights, they're all there. So yeah, but it's just a bit of mindfulness and just togetherness really, and that connection. So yeah, that's all it is. No pressure.
So I just want to say, Fairground DeLorean, yeah, Knuckles Chaotix isn't a good game. So just, I won't get any more into that, but it's not a good game. Yeah, they've got the book, so I've got the book. I'll probably write a second. It took more effort than people probably think to get it all and get the manuscript and get it sent to be checked that I wasn't, they didn't already exist and stuff like that. But yeah, we finished a bit earlier than normal because we had less stuff here.
We have some more exciting adventures this weekend there, so hopefully we'll be able to show you guys what we've been up to.
And if anyone caught the show late, we tried all this stuff, so if you want to go back at some point and watch it, but I don't know what to say. Got links in the description. We've got some vlogs coming up. Got the torch review coming up soon. We've bought some torches that should be quite bright, so we're going to be reviewing those. I'm going to be filming it on Saturday. We'll see when that comes out. We're doing a couple of things this weekend.
Well, there's something quite special going on Saturday, isn't there? So we'll see.
And Sunday that we're going to.
I know. I've always wanted to go to it.
You say you've always wanted to go. It only happens once a year. It's not something we live close to and go any time.
But it's an annual thing, and I'm like, oh, this is going off. This is going off, and it's like, I really want to go see it. But it's because it looks so cool. But yeah. But I know it's each to their own.
And then for anyone who's going, we've got our social happening on the 21st, 22nd of September, which is right near my birthday, which works out all right. I didn't plan it like that on purpose. You should have put the drum roll between
that review
before he's illuminating. Should we play the song again this week? I don't know if people are getting bored of it. I know Fairground DeLorean said something to me after last week's show. I think that is totally true with us. That bit, we keep singing that bit.
Just want to say, everyone, thank you so much.
It's not till the end of September, Dave. It's just near when the trip is. But thank you.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining in again on a Thursday hangout, our hangout. And obviously, make sure you give our socials a like. Every little comment means so much to us. And thank you, everyone that has also tagged us in our stories. I couldn't manage to tag people, but people put in like support so many accounts, and one of them was ours. So thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. It means a lot.
And Trey asking about that. Yeah, I will look into that and I'll talk to you about it. Yeah, I'm not ignoring that comment. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. Buy the book.
So all you have
and watch our stuff. And if you've seen anyone in the chat today, click on our stuff because it's all good.
So
we're gonna let you guys make a choice here, right? Because I've got two things I can play here. We can either play What Colour Is the Sky Today for an outro, which I have permission to use, or I can play our theme song, the full theme song, because I seem to have that still saved on here and people love that. So decide your own fate, people. Have a great weekend. No one wants to decide. I'll decide for them.
Everyone have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you
in the rear view. I'll play the theme
because
song
for now,
we're gone.
Will you look back when you're old and grey and think those dumb kids had a lot to say? Well, we were trying to make this night one you'd remember. I don't care if my wheels don't turn, I don't care if my pipe don't burn, as long as I am flowing through your veins after I'm gone away. Down was meant to be. Something, don't turn. I don't care if my pipe don't burn, as long as I am flowing through your veins after I'm gone away.
Song. I hope you'll hear it and you'll sing along, but it doesn't seem to have the same effect now. You just look back with an empty stare. I try to love you, but there's nothing there. Keep your memory flowing through my veins after you've gone away. The smallest violin, let it be loud enough to get over you and all your friends. And I will sing these words to make it true, through and through, so you know how much I hate you. I will play the smallest violin, let it be loud enough to get over you and all your friends. I will sing these words through and through, so you still know how much I hate you. Look back when you're old and gray as a ghost. Some kids had a lot to say when we were trying to make this night one you remember. I don't care if my wheels don't turn, I don't care if my pipe don't burn, as long as I am flowing through your veins after I'm gone away.
Little Greg McFlorberger found love in the village of the hobbits.